Hello travelers, welcome back to the Evrim-Yıldız Oracle Workshop. First of all, I skipped some uploads, exam season goes wild, but I'm back. Today's topic is bite-sized Zodiac messages, specifically about the self-concept of your favorite or higher self. Now, some of you may ask, what's a favorite self? A favorite self is like your higher self, but it leaves room for growth as it is simply your favorite self instead of the most perfect one. For some of you, the terms may overlap, which is also fine. This reading aims to give insight and advice into your situation, aka what aspects or what qualities does your higher favorite self have in their self-concept that can help you now, or spill tea you already know about. You may choose from 3 piles based on the images or the zodiac signs. All timestamps are in the description box below. As a disclaimer, tarot is not a substitute for professional help of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I currently do not offer personal readings. Do enjoy your stay. Hello Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Your self-concept from your higher or favorite self is very clear in this pile with very clear bullet points. However, the main point is that you are encouraged to surrender to the flow of life. You may have had problems with control in the past, or you may be having some now. This may show itself in forms of your inner chaos being reflected to your outside world and you trying to control the outside world when you are trying to control yourself. However, this may manifest for you in your waking life. Your higher self or favorite self is coming through to say no amount of control will satisfy you because you need that control from within. The balance you seek doesn't come from revenge, it's from moving on. Many of you in this pile may have had situations with injustice or simply not being treated the way you were promised. And many of you may also be seeking revenge or some sort of fight or There might be a lot of conflicts going on in your life, and your higher or favorite self is also coming to say that it's time to decide to move forward. And when you decide that, you will know what the next steps are. It's like your vibration is too high for this. You don't have to be going through this. You don't have to put yourself through this trouble. Like this is a side quest if you decide to do it. It doesn't have to be a main quest. This is not your purpose in life. It's not your purpose in life to give the karma to those people. It will simply come by itself. It's not something that you have to actively do. What you need to do is to decide to move forward from that, to decide that you're not going to be giving this your energy anymore. And once you know that, you will know what the next steps are for your life. You won't be out in the open. You will know what comes next immediately. You are a very sported person, I do see, with the 3 of Cups. And whenever you feel bad, whenever you feel like there is no hope, whenever you feel like there's no exit, do talk to these friends. And do be open about it, do be vulnerable about it. Don't try to push yourself as someone that you're not, but simply consolidate in them. It's time to move on from the time of indecision. And it's time to move forward from this painful event. That's the message I see for you today. Thank you for listening. Hello Pile 2, welcome to your reading. The self-concept I see from your higher or favorite self is that you need to differentiate between the past and the now. You don't have to endure what's happening to you. You can take active role in it. The people in this pile may have went through something in the past that has taken away their agency, their ability to do things. In a certain situations, it's almost like something has happened to you, but you didn't have the ability to take part in it back then. Like it simply happened to you, that was it. But right now, you're not helpless. You have the power to shape the situation if you choose to do it with the 2 of Swords and the Chariot. The Chariot and the 2 of Swords together is like, you can shape this. However, you're going to have to choose to do it. And when you choose to do it, you're going to have to, not choose something else. Which, in your situation, this is simply staying helpless. The more you choose to to become a person, to become a player in this situation. And this is no easy situation with the Tower. We're talking about something that may terrify you. This might be giving you anxiety. This might be something that you have been trying to avoid, but it came anyways. With the Magician, the more work you put in to become a player, to have a role in this, what's happening, to have a role in what's happening to you, the more you will come to see that it can go in a better way. It doesn't have to go the way it did in the past. I do see that this is coming from a place of work. You may have put in a lot of work to better yourself in something. This may come in forms of therapy, behavioral therapy, or even just simply studying, if this is something about school or some sort of work you have done here. It doesn't matter what type. However, the work you put in doesn't exist if you undermine yourself. It's like there's a lot of confidence issues I see in this pile, even though this may be mainly internal. If you don't even externalize this, it is there. And this pile is radiating this immense fear of going through this one thing again. And the truth that your higher or your favorite self is coming through with is that you don't have to go through this again. You can move with it, or you can move it. It doesn't have to happen to you. You can happen with it. You can happen to it as well. You're not helpless. You are an active player in the situation, but you have to take the lead in your hand. You're gonna have to disregard what's happened in the past. And by disregard, this doesn't mean that you should just forget about it or it will never affect you again. No, it's about learning from it. It's about moving past it. It's about learning the lesson and letting it stay in the past. That's the message I see for you today. Thank you for listening. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. The self-concept from your higher or favorite self I see for you is about something that is simply not moving or something that has collapsed. I do see that in this pile there may be a lot of people who are very spiritual, even if you don't acknowledge it, and you may be actively trying to manifest something or invoke something into your life. But your higher or favorite self is coming through to say that the reason it's not moving or it's collapsed, quote unquote, is because your emotional state prevents it from actually happening or actually manifesting into the physical world. This might be something that, this thing that prevents you is mainly emotional. It's like you have all the ingredients to bake a cake and the best toppings, everything, but it's like you can't trust yourself to actually do it. This situation is mainly emotional. However, I also see that with the reverse Four of Cups, you're recognizing this, and now your favorite or higher self is pushing you to take action. Even though this emotional issue may be hard to move on from, however, it is the thing which cannot be delayed. It has to happen now. For many of you, this is about a wish fulfillment or an end of a cycle. I do see that in the beginning of you starting this journey or moving or manifesting towards this thing, it may have started very fast. You may have been getting fast results, and then suddenly there was a halt. Before the big boom happened, there was simply a halt, and then there was a very big a backstep. The reason for this may have been that you were at that point either not letting go of something emotionally, or you were emotionally unstable for it to even happen. You could not have handled the actual big boom that you were waiting for, so it simply did not happen. It simply backtracked for you to move with your emotional state towards your goal. With the World and the Five of Cups here, this cycle is ending. With the Star card, you're encouraged to take action. I do see that for this pile. This is much more vague, and it doesn't really have extremely specific points. And that tells me that you, the listener, hello traveler, you actually know what this is. You don't need you don't need all of the extra steps. You already know you already know the how, you already know the what. And the only thing that this pile is doing is to encourage you to take that action. Don't just think about it, actually take it. And that's going to be the crucial step for you to actually get the thing that you want. And that's also the advice and the thing that your higher or favorite self would do in this situation. That's the message I have for you today. Thank you for listening.